Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Trish. I am 9 months pregnant, almost 35 weeks. I'm 35 weeks pregnant, almost to the 9-month mark. And I'm just barefoot in the kitchen cooking. If you know anything about me, you know that I never cooked before. I started last year, and now that I've become pregnant, I'm just full on cook mode. And I'm always so excited when there's an easy one pan dish. And we're doing oven baked chicken and rice, but they have this really fluffy garlic butter rice I saw. I'll link below the recipe below. It's a new recipe channel I followed. It's super easy, which I love. So we're going to just go for it. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a long day. I just took my wig off, so I was just oh, okay. But I'm really excited because we really love oven baked chicken. My husband's favorite meal is his mother's oven baked chicken. I'll link that below as well. It's a really good recipe she has. I made it on here if you guys want to follow that. It has some different spices. This is and it has potatoes. This is a rice. The rice cooks with the chicken, which I love because I love rice. During my pregnancy, I've just craved rice in every form, shape, fashion. So this cooks with the chicken. So easy, I hope. So, all right, let's get cooking. So to start right away, we're gonna just go ahead and put onion and garlic into the oven and some butter. This is kind of a step that I feel is kind of unique to her recipe, and she was definitely don't skip this step because it's super key to the flavor of the rice. It gives it that garlic butter rice, which I love garlic butter, but. So I'm putting the onion in the pan. I'm gonna put some garlic. We always double the garlic when a recipe calls for 2 minced. We usually do 4 minced because we love garlic. Just spread it around all over. Mix it up. It'll get mixed up anyways with the broth and water, but for now. And then we're gonna put in some butter. They always give the measurements of butter. I've never followed measurements of butter. I am following measurements for obviously the liquids like the water, the chicken broth, and the rice. But everything else I kind of measure as they say with my heart. So kind of decide how much butter I want. And she had little cubes of it kind of chopped up, so we're gonna do the same. But I know not to go too crazy on the butter either because you don't want it to be too much. So we're gonna just do little bits chopped here and there. Maybe I should flip it so I get a better cut. Yeah, and we're gonna throw this in the oven. She has it heated to 350, so we're gonna do that because it is a slow baked recipe, and we are going to leave all this in for about 15 minutes, I guess. Yeah. She said to check it, but 15 minutes it sounds good to me. I'll just cut this one in half. I'm gonna cut this one in half. Just kind of have it spread throughout. It's already kind of melty, so we are going to put that in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then when that's in the oven, we'll season our chicken. So now we're going to make the seasoning for our chicken. Just kind of be your regular seasonings. We had all of these kind of ready to go. So we have the ground paprika, and again, I just kind of measure with how much I usually put on. We like a seasoned chicken. We have a lot of chicken to season. So I always go heavy on the paprika. And then we have some garlic powder, which garlic powder is always a secret, not the secret ingredient, the main ingredient for most things. So we're gonna measure that. Onion powder, I always try and hold back a little bit of onion powder. I'm trying to do too much. Although, just onion powder, let's see, it really wants to come out. Let's see if this one does. There we go, there's the onion powder. And then we do a little bit of that, and a little bit of thyme. I'm gonna mix it all together. And you know what, I'm gonna do a little bit more of the paprika, I think. I think we can handle it. I think we have enough chicken. Alright, so now we have all of our seasoning. Oh, salt and pepper. So now we are going to add some salt and pepper. Why does the pepper never come out as easy as the salt? That's what I want to know. It doesn't grind as nicely. And then we're going to whisk that all together. I guess I could have gotten a smaller bowl. It smells good. Maybe it's onions baking behind me, but alright. Alright, so now we have that. We are going to rub it on our chicken. So she uses all of the thighs. We have a couple thighs, but also drumsticks. They do cook at the same pace as the rice. Not chicken breast. I love chicken breast, but that cooks differently, she said. So we are not doing chicken breast. We're doing the drumsticks and a wing. And yeah, I might actually have to do more seasoning because we have quite a bit, but you know what? We'll just start with what we got. So and just put on this plate, kind of divide this chicken up. All right, and the chicken over here. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to get some more marinade. That's totally, not marinade, seasoning. So we're gonna just pat it on to our chicken. And just rub it on in. See if this will carry for this. And really give it a nice coating. But we did also peel off the skin. That was important, she noted, because she said if you leave the skin on, it'll make it kind of greasy. So taking the skin off can be a little bit of a annoying, like a little bit of a, why am I doing this? But I think it is important to, the rice of this looks so good, I really don't want to mess it up. So flip this all over. There's lots of good seasoning down there that didn't pick up. Okay. Coat this on the chicken. Make another batch of this seasoning. Really coating all of that. Some of it's coming off on my fingers, so we're gonna just try and pat it on so it stays. And on this side too, make sure there's enough seasoning. Yeah, so I kind of double, honestly, kind of double what I did, because we really want to pat that into our chicken. Okay, so there's one done, and I'll do the next batch so it's ready to go. Now we have seasoned our chicken, and we are going to add 1.5 cups rice to our concoction. About another 1/2 cup. Oops, not bad. Okay, whoa, it's going everywhere. Okay, I'm not gonna put the whole thing of this in. That's about another 1/2 cup. So we are going to spread this out. So we're gonna spread out the rice so it's nice and even, or as even as can be. It never looks like a lot of rice, like even when I make like my Mexican rice and stuff like that, it's like it never looks like a lot, but it ends up being a lot. Okay, now it's time for the chicken placement. So we're gonna put the big pieces in the center. And we're gonna put the drumsticks around one plate. And we're going to do it with our other ones. Spread them out a little bit so they got their own little rooms. Okay, and we got one more. Put it up here so we can push this down here. perfect, perfect. So, we got our chicken placement. Now we are going to add in our 1 1/2 cups of chicken broth. This is just a cup, so I gotta do another half. Fill it all up. And then I'm adding another 1/2 cup in. So that was 1 cup, we need 1 1/2. These are 1 cup of water. Watering the chicken, and another 1/4 cup. All right, now we are going to cover this chicken with some good old foil wrap here. I'm gonna make sure this is completely covered. Crazy on the foil, okay. And just make sure it's super secure so nothing is seeping out. Okay, so now that that's covered, we're gonna pop this back into our oven at 350 for 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, we are going to remove the cover. Oh my god, that looks so buttery and yummy. And we're gonna put it back in the oven for 20 more minutes. All right guys, so here is our chicken and rice. We had to leave it in an extra 30 minutes. Rice kind of cooked unevenly, but we're gonna take some of it out, kind of fluff up the rice and see how it goes. It's been in there for now like an hour and a half total, so we'll see. I was gonna do 3, 2, 1. I don't know why. Okay.
It's more professional.
We are professional here. Alright, so this very simple, easy chicken and rice recipe did not turn out so simple. I don't know what happened to the rice. If you guys are rice experts, let us know, because it turned out kind of mushy and also kind of hard. So we're not sure. I guess you were saying maybe keep it on longer, keep it sealed for like an hour maybe, like your mom's recipe.
No, how long did she say?
30 minutes.
It just seems like it needed to cook more. The rice needed to cook more, and then when you open it, it's really just for the...
So keep it on for an hour instead of 30 minutes.
No, I wouldn't double the time. I would do 45 minutes or 40.
It's interesting because it's definitely mushy rice, which kind of stings, but I mean, we're like so hungry because we like did not eat all day, so. What'd you say, like risotto?
It's like risotto. The flavor is really good.
I know, man. Well, let us know what you think. I guess that would be the only option. I don't know, because I measured it all perfectly, so I'm kind of confused with like the liquids. It feels like it's too liquidy or something, but.
No, it wasn't actually. No, it wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't enough. We added a little bit more water.
Oh yeah.
To help it cook, because the rice was not cooked and the water evaporated.
So weird, because usually oven dishes like cook perfectly, like the potatoes on your mom's recipe.
Yeah, but rice is tricky. Like rice is just so different. You know, potatoes, if they're a bit over or under, not a big deal, but with rice.
I like it. I'm nervous about the chicken now. Chicken good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try the chicken. Because my seasoning was kind of all over the place with the chicken too. I was kind of like, I don't know if this is right. It's kind of half on, half off. I love these drumsticks though.
It's so good. No, really chicken. It's perfect.
Oh, that chicken's really good. Yeah. Is it seasoned enough though? I mean, the chicken's good because it's good chicken. We get it from a kosher market, but like, is it seasoned enough? You can taste the seasoning? We got one piece over here. Yeah.
I think the one you got didn't have too much.
Let me see. I tried to put a lot on this, but it's weird because we took off the skin, but it kind of like made its own skin. Kind of crispy. I like that.
Chicken's
Ha.
yeah, be careful.
I feel like I get full and out of breath because of the way I sit. My belly's so high and stiff. So I always feel full when I sit down. Like, oh, I'm just starving, but like I can't. Well,
Maybe you need like a tray.
I know, like if I'm eating here, it's more comfortable. But I don't need to be here. No, here's the thing.
What?
This recipe is like, it's weird because it's like, is the seasoning that good? Like, I think how we make your mom's chicken is like, not to judge this person's recipe or anything like that, but I don't know if it's just like not seasoned like the right way. Like, how do we do your mom? I guess with your mom's, we put like olive oil with the seasoning, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't taste like the chicken itself doesn't taste seasoned.
Well, again, I think because it's rice, you can put oil.
Right.
So,
I guess just the outside's kind of seasoned. Oops, sorry.
right, it stays mostly on the.
Like this non-skin skin. It's good. Like, it's definitely good, but like, it's not wowing me. I feel like we've wowed so many recipes lately. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like it's, I mean, I love the chicken, so good.
Because baked chicken's baked chicken. I think we could have just stuck them in there and it would have been good. Yeah, I had higher hopes for like the garlic and the butter and the onion.
Like the rice is good. It's just, I don't know.
I know, it's weird. It's weird. The texture is weird and I'm hungry, so I'm eating it. No, it's good, but as far as I've cooked lately,
I just think we had a certain expectation
yeah,
of what the flavor would be,
we had a high expectation.
and like we would cook this dish like this, but it's like with lamb,
Which maybe would cook what?
and the lamb actually does have more like fat that goes into the rice, and so I don't know, because she said to take the skin off so it's not too fatty, not too oily. But honestly, I would have kept it. Like,
Yeah, maybe. Because she did only cook thighs. We cooked drumsticks with ours, so maybe the drumstick skin would have been okay.
maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird because it was literally the simplest recipe of all with this sweet piece of cake, and we were so excited about it. But yeah, it definitely has. Well, it's better than our dinner last night. Not that it wasn't great, but
It is also, it takes time to learn. Like our oven is different from theirs. We cooked it in that aluminum thing that makes it different from some, like all those little
right.
things.
Maybe we should have like a lasagna pan.
So it changes the timing of things. It changes.
Yeah, you could be right. We'll try again. We can try again like in our like ziti pan or something, so it's more confined and.
Because I don't want to give up on this one.
No, I mean I'm down because it was really easy. And yeah, I want to make. I love rice. Like rice is my favorite thing to make, so I'm down to try it again. But it's just so hard because like when we cook this stuff, I was like, oh, I gotta just cook at mom's, you know.
So I was gonna say we could just make rice and then
Right.
and then have the dish that we usually make with potatoes, and because I love the other vegetables that are in it, and then to mix it, to eat it with rice.
Yeah, that's true. We can just make it together. Well, we do. Don't we eat it with rice? Like white rice?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't have to be cooked together, because that's what seems to make it really.
Like, I like the idea of it cooking together because it's like easy. I mean, I ate all my rice, so can't be like.
No, it's not.
It's
not
mushy.
bad. It's not bad. That's what I'm saying. It's so close to being exactly.
Yeah.
But we could just make white rice and then put it in with the chicken, like just a different Just do it a bit differently. Then.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the flavor of the rice. Because we made fried rice, we do white rice, Mexican rice. So it's a good different.
Which one's your favorite? Because now you have a big competition between the fried rice and the Mexican rice.
I know. I honestly, like, it's even. Like, I do crave Mexican rice, like, all the time. Like, I really am like, oh, I want to make fajitas and Mexican rice. But the new thing is the fried rice. Like, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to make it tomorrow. Like, we've been making it so much. Like, I love that, too. And this is good, too. Like, I just love the flavor of rice. Usually I just get steamed rice when I go out, so I like to change up. It's good. How about you?
Definitely the fried rice.
I've never seen you eat so much rice, ever.
The fried rice is the one you make specifically.
Yeah, because you, like, don't eat it anywhere else. Like, it's so weird.
Because they make it so oily and saturated.
Yeah.
Tons of soy sauce. The way you make it is perfect.
Ours is nice and light. My egg is perfect because usually they overcook an egg.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like it. It's good, but like you said, just like the first time I made ziti, when I watched that recipe, I'm like, oh my god, it's not even close. But now that we've made it so many times, we have to make that on camera one day. Every time we make it, we just sit on the couch. But I'm like, no, one day we gotta make it on camera, do a mukbang, because it's so perfect how we make it. We just made so many other good dishes.
We should, because baked ziti is easy to make, and I think a lot of people will make it.
It's so easy, and I feel like we can just do it back of our head. We don't have to look up anything. Just, whew, wow. Being pregnant is so funny how it's like, like it just feels full all the time. Like you can be hungry, but you feel full. It's so weird. I guess because it's just like you're sitting up.
Well, you looked really cute in that orange.
Thanks. I felt like a little orange. Yeah, today was a good day.
Hot Cheeto girl.
Hot Cheeto girl. That was fun. I have another Hot Cheeto girl ASMR coming.
Made TikToks today.
Well, you made a TikTok today, which you never do. You made two.
It's been a while.
I know. You came out of TikTok retirement.
I mean, I do like it. It just...
You're really good at it. Like, Moses is, like, really good at acting. I know I always say this, but yeah, I'm always, like, impressed, like, how... Because acting, a lot of it's, like, facial expressions and reactions, and you're just so good at it. It's so realistic looking. Like, I always thought you were a good actor.
I think it's extreme, like...
No, like, you're the opposite. You're subtle, and that's why you're a good actor. And it's, like... I think I'm like too over the top, and that's why I'm not a good actress. But you're very subtle, so it looks so believable. Like you're actually saying the words. Like you're really good. Like I always say that you're like the actor of the family, and I want to see you like in a movie, on TV. I think it'll happen. I think you'll play Moses somewhere somehow, and you'll never age out of the role. Really, I mean maybe young Moses, but you can always play older Moses. But now you're like the perfect age to play both, young and old. Better than Charlton Heston. That Caucasian mess. I can't believe they got all the Caucasian people to play Moses and Ramses and all this. I'm like, yeah, how?
The Egyptians, they were just like British actors with British accents.
It's crazy. I know. It's like, and they literally gave them blackface. Like they put like dark makeup on them. Like, Then they did an updated 10 Commandments, and it wasn't much better. Well, it was better. They had more diversity, but it was just like every ethnicity, which is good. I like that better. But it's like Joseph. They had all the ethnicities play the brothers. Except maybe Middle Eastern. I don't know if they had a Middle Eastern one in there.
Oh, it was funny when I watched it the first time. The cast.
I guess it was mostly Caucasian, actually. I think there was one African American. I don't think there was. Because they just gave them beards and eyeliner. I think it's all British people, too, that one. Maybe that wasn't diverse. Just kidding. Take that back.
That's what Middle Easterns do. They just have eyeliners.
But you're an actual Hebrew, so you should play Moses because he was Hebrew. Right? Is Hebrew an ethnicity?
Hebrew. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the Hebrews, you can say that.
People from Israel or no? Well, there was no Israel.
Right. That's the thing.
So why were they Hebrews versus the Egyptians? Like, what made them a Hebrew? Like, why did who had to kill their firstborn son? The Hebrews. Why did they do it, not Egyptians?
Because the Hebrew, like Abraham was the first one to believe in one God, like monotheism. So the idea that there's only one God, that's what's unique to Judaism.
Hebrews.
Yeah, I mean, Hebrews are the Jews. So they were the first one, because until then everyone else had like tons of gods. There was a god of fertility and a god for the rain and a god for the sun. And every small thing had its own god. And Abraham was the first one that said, there's only one God and it's for everything.
Got it. So, once again, people who followed Abraham were the Hebrews then, and they had to kill their first sons? And the people who believed in multiple gods didn't?
No, nobody had to kill their first sons.
I thought that's why she gave up Moses.
No, the Egyptians wanted to kill the Hebrews because they were getting too many and too strong.
And who are the Hebrews, though? The people who followed Abraham?
Yeah.
And the people who chose multiple gods are Egyptians.
Well, everyone.
So they're basically the same people, but one is like, we're following Abraham and we're going to do one God, and the other one's like, okay, we're Egyptians, we believe in multiple gods. So the ones that were multiple gods didn't have to risk, like, getting killed.
No, because they were not the slaves.
I guess that's why I'm confused. How did the Hebrews become the slaves?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense because they were strong. Like, they could have taken over. There was equal amount of them, probably more, and they were like strong because they were working in the fields and stone and.
But same with African Americans, they were definitely strong.
Yeah, I guess.
To enslave somebody, it's not just whether it's strong or weak. It's really about power. Like.
I mean, yeah, that I guess it's just like how did they decide?
Army.
I guess it's like with African American slavery, how did they decide African Americans were slaves? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's like I probably should look this up.
There's no decision making. It's just people look at people that are different than them and they say, okay, they're not us. And then they say there's something wrong with them. They're lesser than us. And then they think we can treat them badly because they're not as good as us. They're lesser than us, right?
I just don't understand how that happens, though. Like, going back to Hebrews, like, how did the Hebrews let that? I guess you don't, like, let it happen, but, like, how do you let it happen? You know what I mean? It's just decided, and that's how you do it? I don't know. I guess I'm really ignorant.
No, it's just like some people, it was more important for them to farm the land and care for their family and create a relationship with God. And some people cared more about making money and building an army and to go around the world and enslave people, because that's how you grow. So you go, you take people, you take what they have, and then you make them work for you. And then you go another place, you take what they have, and you make them work for you, and you get bigger and bigger. So just different ambition. So the Egyptians were building an empire. Obviously, they wanted to be, building pyramids. You have to really you want people to worship you and think that you're the god. So that's what happened.
Well, how did they overturn it? How did Hebrews get out of slavery?
God led them out of Egypt and freed them.
So that's a real story?
I mean, there's a lot of different interpretations to that story, but the story that I know personally that's a bit different than all the stories is that Moses was a pharaoh and he left Egypt with his entourage. Like, he had a group of people with him.
Got it.
And they became the Jews that we know today. They became the Hebrews.
Interesting.
Like a whole different, they had knowledge. They took knowledge from the library of Egypt. Like, Egypt had the biggest library in the world. That was burned down later. So they had knowledge about the gods and knowledge about a lot of mystical stuff.
Maybe that's why they don't talk about slavery of the Hebrews, because it's a little more mythical, because they were let out by God, so they were more like.
It was also a long time ago.
Yeah. Dang.
But that's why the Hebrews celebrate Passover every year. Is to remember the story and remember that they were slaves.
Yeah.
And to remember to fight for freedom.
Yeah. We covered that. I love you, Moses. Yetzi times. Akala. Zaman Losoko. Astaghfirullah al-Huda. Lekol ha-Pesach. Anma'nu mo'in. Ge Moshe Amaleka'o. Shulchatani. Asiya Boek. En Israeli Ba'ofek. Dibata. Imaya Moshe Ko Israel. We learned the Passover message. Oh, well, thank you for that education. I honestly, I was so bad at history, U.S. history. We definitely didn't learn about Passover, Hebrew, in history. We didn't even learn about it in, Sunday school. We didn't learn about it in church school. We learned about U.S. history, so we know about, the slaves here in the U.S., but we never learned about international.
There's slaves in the world right now.
Where?
In other countries.
Ugh. Is it, people know about it, or underground?
Just each country cares for its own, and they don't feel.
That's what I said. It's disheartening. Dang, that's that. I already put a bummer on it, but dang, I didn't know.
It's like the rice.
Yes, finish that analogy.
The rice set the tone for.
But I ate all the rice, so the rice ended up being a good tone. Look, this was a good meal. Not the best, but I think if you follow that girl's recipe, better. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's like you said, the way we cooked it. Maybe in that silver thing. Maybe we didn't leave it on. Maybe our oven, something. Because hers looks really delicious. So I'm not saying it's bad, but
No. Just the intricacy of making the rice.
Yeah.
You have to get that part right. The timing.
It was intricate. But anyways, good with your suggestions. Sorry, that was a deep dinner conversation tonight. I like it though, you're very smart. Very knowledgeable. Go check out Moses' TikTok. Moses Hackman. He did the teenage dirtbag, and his photos are so gorgeous. All the comments wow, Moses was so hot. And I'd be like, he's still so hot.
I'm back memory lane.
You look so good. Oh my god, it's just so funny to see you young. Because I always think of you this age. Just distinguished. Just let me lecture you. Let me talk to you. That one's just I'm an innocent teen. Did you lecture back then? Were you lecturing people?
I was too busy having fun.
It looked like it. You looked like you were definitely partying it up in Tel Aviv with your gold chains and tight shirts and baggy pants.
To find the pictures with all the crazy hair that I had.
I know. I want to see those. I didn't know that's what you were doing. I would have looked down there today. I didn't know what you were doing back down there.
Yeah, for a second, because I wanted to do.
I wanted to see
She
it.
encouraged me to do this TikTok.
I love that
She
trend.
loves those photos.
I love the photos of you. I know. I told my sister to do
She
it
had
too.
those photos on her phone. She sent it to me, so I'll do it.
I didn't have all of them though. I need those other ones now. Especially I like the ones of you in the glasses. You didn't post that one, but the one by the San Francisco. You look cool with the glasses. You looked very Tinder Swindler.
Well, soon the glasses will come back.
It looks good. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I will leave the original good recipe down below. Follow that one instead. But this was good. I ate it. I'm not mad at it. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I ate it.
No, everything is perfect. Flavors are good. The chicken was great. The rice, great. It just needs to be cooked perfectly.
Yeah. Next time. Alright. See you guys soon. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, Shabbat Shalom today.
It is. It's Friday.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.